What's up guys, welcome back to Rome Sorio. Today let's look at latest Cherish OS 2.5 running on Xiaomi Poco F1. Before getting started, if you are new here, sub to the channel would be really appreciated. To begin with, let's quickly get into about phone session. As you see, I am using Cherish OS 2.5. The ROM is based upon Android 11. The security patch they are using is 5th May 2021 and the kernel they are using is Sentinel G41 and by default SC Linux is set as enforcing. Under security session, the ROM does includes fingerprint, IR face unlock and more. The ROM is encrypted out of the box. App lock is present and it does its job. Fingerprint here is fast and reliable. IR face unlock is not the fastest around, but it does its job pretty well. Under system settings, you will get the option for OTA update. Under display settings, there is option to switch dark mode. Also tap to wake up, display cutout settings and more. Everything works pretty good. I did notice display cutout has only one option left, which is just hide. Under battery settings, you will get option for thermal switching. Also, the ROM does has the option for setting up smart charging. There is also option for smart cutoff as well. Everything here works pretty well. And here comes the final option, Cherish settings. There are really a huge amount of customization present here, whether it is theme wise or tweak wise. So I will try to do a rush walkthrough over all customization present. First is status bar. You can customize all part of status bar from here, like custom logo notification, VoLTE, 4G, data indicators, battery bars and more. All works pretty great. The another important part is network traffic indicators. You can enable or disable them from here. Under quick settings bar, you can select number of rows and columns for the QoS panel. Also battery indicator status settings are present here. Under button settings, you will get the option to change navigation settings, gesture settings, also volume key usability settings. Animation settings includes all customization towards system or UI animation. You can enable or disable them from here. Also increase the effect of animation. Lock screen settings. It does comes with charging info, lock screen animation, fingerprint integration, notifications on lock screen, music visualization settings and more. Almost everything I tried here was working pretty great. There is no bugs are noticed. Under power menu, you will get the option to enable or disable advanced reboot. Under notification settings, the ROM includes all tweaks towards notification, battery charging light styles and custom color tweaks, vibration settings, heads up notification settings and more. Under miscellaneous, there is option for gaming mode, screenshot type selection and most importantly custom corner settings. There is bug noticed while setting up corners. As you know, the solution is rebooting after setting up the corner. And the last, about session includes all update details and developer details and the Telegram channels and support links. Now let's quickly reboot the phone once to know the corner we have applied is working or not. So yeah, if you see the corners are now rounded after rebooting once. You can change the corner settings. No more rebooting is required here. You can also see the corners changes on screen. When comes to QoS panel, the ROM really got many tiles. Some are useful and some are not. Yes, the screen recorder here comes with Android 11 feature, internal audio and microphone record at a time. After enabling it, I didn't face any lag, jitters or anything. Everything works pretty smooth here. So now let's quickly check app opening. The animations are pretty good and faster. The recent menu includes select option and it works well. Also screenshot option present as well. And now when it comes to benchmark, after selecting gaming thermals, the ROM scores under to 3,48,000 plus and Geekbench scores single core 435 and multi-core 1975, which are decent scores. Keep in mind, as per my experience, these scores will give you about average gaming experience. The safety net of this ROM is passing out of the box. Also, the device is Google Play Protect certified, which makes this ROM eligible for daily usage. And final thing is, ROM is not rooted out of the box. If you see, I did notice something strange with my screen, like a broken mark. Yes, when I saw it first time, I really did shocked. But this time around, I'm not. I did notice this issue with some other ROMs before 3-4 months back. If you are wondering what is this, means a bug packed with ROMs comes with corner customization. Not all, but few. This is the third ROM I am noticing the same issue. Even if you change your notch into default, this is not going to solve. Then how it can solve? Pretty easy, just reboot your phone once. Once phone is up, your screen will be like good as new, as you see now. So to conclude, as per my personal experience, the ROM is really great. The theming, stability, and also can consider as daily driver. If you are a normal user who plays moderate gaming and loves a lot of customizations, this ROM is for you. Of course, there are very minor bugs, but they are not permanent. You can fix your own self. I believe the developers can fix this issue by their next update. So that's all for today. Till next time, be safe and take care.